funny, guys.
Listen, you know, just all the coolness.
Hey.
The coolness of it feels pretty good.
Okay. I'm
I
fine.
might
I'm
need
fine.
that a little bit.
So let's come together. Let's stand up. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year's. Tonight we will have our junior high at 6:30. Tomorrow night there will be preteens. Tune into our Practical Parenting podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And now for a little hot competition.
Okay, so today we have Lucas and Mike, and we are going to be answering questions, and if you get the question wrong, you get another spoonful of the hot sauce. Okay, so you guys can take it, and then we'll start the questions.
Wait, we don't want
Okay.
No, you take it first.
Why me first, Mike? Why don't?
Because you're the youngest.
So?
Okay, so
Nope. Oh my gosh.
what is the scale used to measure the
Scoville.
spiciness of peppers?
Whoa.
You got it.
Whoa. Yeah.
Okay.
Eat some peppers.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
How many more questions?
Let's go.
Okay, so what is the Greek city that originally built the Acropolis?
Athens.
Correct.
Son,
Okay.
one more. I
Okay.
feel bad about this.
What countries made up the original Axis of Power in World War II?
That was Germany, Italy, and Japan.
Correct.
Mike! You want it?
No. Eat that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the next ones are worth 2 points. If you get this one correct, you have to have the thing up. Spoonful of hot sauce.
What? One more time?
These next ones are worth 2 points as opposed to 1. If you get it correct, you get a spoonful of hot sauce.
I'm just gonna get this wrong. Go.
Wait 1 sec.
I know this one.
How many minutes of certain dose of... Okay, sorry. How many minutes of action does the average baseball game have?
90?
No.
110?
Wait, doesn't he have to eat it?
Action. If you get it correct, you have to eat it.
If you get it correct?
But they're worth 2 points. If you get these
I need
ones...
points. How many minutes? They're pretty long. They're like 2 hours, 120.
Action in baseball.
Oh, it's a trick question. There's
45.
not much. There's no action in baseball.
45.
No.
30. Higher or lower? 10.
A
5.
little bit higher.
15.
That's very close.
16.
Closer.
14. 17. 18 and a half.
18.
18.
Oh,
You only have
milk.
3. These last 3 rounds are worth 6 points total.
you ain't gonna get no milk.
So you can't win if you don't do that.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna win this one.
All right.
I'm sweating, guys.
Okay, what country did the kiwi fruit originate from?
New Zealand.
No.
Australia.
No.
Jamaica.
No.
Haiti.
No. Okay. It was China.
What?
Neither of you got that.
Check that fact.
Okay.
But people from New Zealand are called Kiwis. Yes, they are. Yeah, no, he's right. China.
Okay, so this next one.
Thanks a lot, Ron. I remember.
What is the second largest country in South America?
South America, Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina.
Argentina.
Give me a
Question. Mass fake news.
Mike, you're gonna be drinking some hot sauce.
Okay, let's go.
What is the slowest animal in the world?
Turtle.
Snail. Animal
worm.
or insect? Or
Animal.
anything?
Animal.
Three-toed sloth.
Correct.
Oh my
It's yours now.
It's mine. I can do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. I might just save this for later.
Hey! Hey! My nose is running, guys.
This, you know, just all the coolness.
Hey!
The coolness of it feels pretty good.
Okay. I'm
I
fine,
might
I'm
do
fine.
that a little bit. You guys eat this stuff
For fun?
because you have to, or because you choose to?
Are we done?
Oh, that's better. That's a lot better.
Oh my god.
That's too bad.
So now we go to get your heart rate.
What the hell? Oh wait, you can't. It's COVID. That's too bad.
One of my favorite verses is Romans 5:3. It says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our suffering, knowing that suffering produces endurance." It reminds me that Jesus won't leave me. When you are experiencing suffering, God is producing something. He is producing endurance. He gives us the strength to keep going. In 5th grade, when I moved, it was hard to keep my grades up. Getting home to moving boxes and living in an empty house was like leaving the only place I knew. In this time period, I read my Bible more often, like maybe with a flashlight in the middle of the night when my mom didn't know I was still up. And Jesus gave me endurance to help me and my family move out. During the rest of this week, I encourage you to take your favorite verse and use it somehow in your life.
Who breaks the power of sin and darkness, whose love is mighty and so much stronger, the King of glory, the King above all kings, who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder and leaves us breathless in awe and wonder, the King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You laid down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. The whole earth with truth and justice shines like a sun in all of its brilliance, the King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You laid down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Oh, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. You would take my place, you've done for me. So free washes over me. You have made us new, now life begins with you. It's your endless love pouring down on us. You have made us new, now life begins with you. Alone in my sorrow and dead in my sin, without hope, with no place to begin. Love made a way to let mercy come in. Was arrested and my life began. Ash was redeemed, only beauty remains. An orphan heart was given a name. And it grew quiet, my feet rose to dance. Death was arrested and my life began. So your grace, so free, washes over me. You have made me new, now life begins with you. It's your endless love pouring down on us. You have made us new, now life begins with you. My Savior displayed on a criminal's cross. Darkness rejoiced as though heaven had lost. But then Jesus arose with our freedom in hand. That's when death was arrested and my life began. That's when death was arrested and my life began. That's when death was arrested and my life began. So free washes over me. You have made us new, now life begins with you. It's your endless love pouring down on us. You have made us new, now life begins with you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Middle School Online. Listen, this week we are actually starting a brand new series that we are titling The Gospel. Now, if you've been around church or in church for any length of time, you've probably heard this term, the gospel, right? But what is it? Where is it? Who is it? When is it? Now, the gospel simply means good news. Good news, the gospel. The gospel, good news. Now, you've probably also heard a few books of the Bible been called the gospel as well. In fact, the first 4 books of the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, those are also called the gospel or the good news. And the reason they're the good news is because who's depicted in these 4 books. Here we see the life and ministry of Jesus, the way that he loved and helped the broken and the hurting, and how he ministered to the sick. And so over the next few weeks, we're actually going to dive in to the gospel or the good news and find out what it is that's so special about the gospel. Today, I just want to lay some of the groundwork and set the stage for when and how this good news came about. Now, if you've been a part of our baptism class, some of this should sound familiar to you. The Bible tells us in Genesis that God created the heavens and the earth. He also created Adam and Eve, and he gave them permission to partake of everything in the garden except for the fruit of one particular tree. Now, we know that Satan tempts them and they actually partake of this tree anyway, and in their disobedience and in their sin, God actually separates himself from them. And the Bible tells us that because of this one act, sin enters into the world, and with it, it brings about death. And so therefore, the wages of sin is death. Now, in their separation from God, this point actually lasted up unto the point of Jesus. Like we learned in our last series, that man and woman alike, from that point until the birth of Christ, was living in anticipation that one day a Messiah would come, and with his coming, he would bring back a way for man to be reconciled with God. And they lived that way in anticipation up until the angel comes to Mary and says, one day you're going to give birth to a child and you're to name him Emmanuel, you're to name him Jesus. And then the angel goes to the shepherds and he tells them that, hey, it's time. And they see Mary and Joseph and the baby wrapped and lying in a manger. And it's those particular acts that we celebrate during this season that just passed called Christmas. But the story doesn't end there. From there, Jesus grows up. And at around 30, a lot of people believe, Jesus begins his ministry, a ministry of helping the hurting, helping the sick, lifting up the lame, bringing those people back into relationship with him, and pushing back against those people who would desire to stand between man and God, coming back into right relationship. But more importantly, he came to bring love, joy, peace, patience, and kindness to all those who would accept him. And during this process, he touches so many lives. And the world has never been the same. And that, my friends, is good news. And over the next few weeks, we're going to take story by story, parable by parable, and we're going to look at the amazing, wonderful, captivating life of Jesus, which in and of itself is good news. Man, I hope you're sticking with us online, and I hope that you grow. I hope that you enjoy yourself as we take a look at the gospel, or the good news that is afforded to everyone.
Let's come together. Let's stand up.